Alright, so I've just finished my run and I was just wanting to share something with you. It's not brag book, don't get me wrong, as I've said in my last post that you may have seen. If not, go back and look to my first post. I post things as things may happen, and it's not a brag book, it's just as I experience things, so that it's in hope to release things off some people and stop this fear factor that we have amongst us that suppresses us and stops us all uniting together. So I'm going for my run this morning and haven't been for a run for 4 days, so you know what it's like when you're getting back into it. It's hard. So I was actually at that point, you know when you've been running for a little while and it's hard and you get to that point where you're like, okay, if you just push through this hard bit, you're actually going to then soar through the rest of the run. So get through this bit and then you cruise for the rest of it. Yeah, I was at that point. So I'm at that point, you know, push through it. Once you get past this point, you'll be cruising for the rest of the run. And then I run past these 3 people sitting on the hill on a chair overlooking this view. 2 elderly people, obviously a husband and a wife, and then this middle-aged man. And I looked at them and I thought, wow, that looks really special, looking at their 3 backs over the water. I bet you they're experiencing or sharing a really nice moment together. It actually looked like it might have been a middle-aged son with his parents, and you know, that was something special that they were doing together. So I was like, oh, that's lovely, feeling all happy. And then as I was running past them in that real hard moment of my run, I get this feeling of stop, turn around, go talk to them and offer to take a photo of what they're doing from behind. And I was like, man, I'm in that part of my run. I don't want to stop. I can't stop. I've got to keep going. So I listened to that, turned around, went up to them thinking, what? I have no idea what I'm saying to them. I just know that I need to turn around and go over to them. So I went over, hey guys, do you have a phone or a camera? And they looked at me as if, no. And I said, oh, I'm just wanting to take a photo of you guys from behind. It looks really beautiful. And they were like, no, we don't have a camera. And I was like, okay, that's fine. Ran off and I'm okay, get back into that mode of the running. And then I hear again, turn around, you have a camera on your phone. Man, okay. So I turn around, so you can imagine how I'm feeling. I'm running back up towards them. They're thinking this lady is actually crazy. So I ran back up to them and I said, I have a camera on my phone. Do you guys have an email? And I can email it to you. No, we don't have emails. We don't have computers. I'm like, that's actually awesome. And then they were smiling as if, okay, all right, yeah, okay. And so I was like, all right, have a good day. And as I was running away, I thought, who knows what that planted. Today we're all walking around heads in our phones and not communicating with each other. And the elderly people see that of us young people. You know, the kids of today, they're not even interacting with each other. So one, that could have planted a seed to them that they actually have hope for us younger generation. But also what actually the main thing that came out of it was when I went over to them the second time, the middle-aged man said, no, we don't have a camera or phone. It's actually, we don't actually even know each other. We're just strangers sitting together on this chair looking over this view. And I was like, wow, man, that guy was doing what I felt like I had to do. He was just talking with strangers. So firstly, why I'm mentioning this, as I said, it's not a brag book, but it's to help us all firstly remember, one, to listen to that inner voice. And when it tells you to do something, even if it inconveniences you, do it. Because you don't know what's actually it's going to teach you or what's going to come out of it. Secondly, to lift our heads and look at what's going on around us. And when you go over to people, it actually lifts something off you. It lifts a fear of who actually cares what people think. Who are you worried about? Who are you worried around you? What's thinking? No one else knew what I was doing, but it was the biggest specialist thing that I learned out of it. So I guess what I'm saying is, yeah, listen to that inner voice, even if it inconveniences you, do it. And also, it's just lifting the fear factor and the suppression that's over us all these days. to not look up and interact with each other. Our heads are in our phones, we're not communicating, we're not stepping outside of our fear box and going over and talking to strangers. So guys, that's it from me. Thanks.